Welcome to another edition of the Psycho Headache Podcast. In this episode, it's just lonely old me. Lonely old me, that's right. Psycho J is by himself. All alone with you here at the studios. Just doing a little episode. Man, I had a little time on my hands. So, let me go on ahead and hump out another podcast episode. Because we were supposed to, I was going to give you my predictions on certain NFL teams and who's going to win their divisions. Then I realized I was like, I don't want to be like everybody else. So I'm going to dive into week one scheduling. Week one scheduling. Give you my opinions. Maybe give you who might win. So maybe give you a little help out here and there. I know everybody's looking forward to the Cowboys-Eagles matchup tomorrow night at 8:20. Super Bowl ceremony. Looking forward to that. I'm definitely going to be watching that. As everybody knows, I am a Eagles fan through and through. Hate the Cowboys. Hate the Cowboys with a passion. Hate them. I think they're obnoxious. I think they're obscene. I would dive deeper in how much I really feel about them, but I'm just going to leave you guys with that. I'm just going to leave that there. Because I could go even deeper of how much I hate them. But again, nonetheless, I'm going to continue moving on. Now, I know on the odds bet that the Eagles are a 7-point favorite there at Lincoln. We'll see. Not saying anything negative about my Eagles, but again, like the rivalry has had his fair share of swings of how things is. So I'll keep a lookout on as the game time begins where the betting odds going to favor, because a lot of times before the game starts it kind of goes down it goes either up from 7 or down from 7. So either way it's we're going to know by game time what it is. But again, like I said, game-wise, the way that I've known this history and this rivalry, it does at times, feel really tight. And, at times, they're kind of filling themselves out. So we'll see how this one rolls. Chiefs Chargers. That's the the Friday game. Chiefs Chargers. I have to side with the Chiefs on this one. Not to say anything bad about the Chargers, but I do feel that the Chiefs are a lot better this year than what they were in the previous 2 years. I still see it being as a good game, but I do still see the Chiefs edging this one out for sure. And then a couple of some of the Sunday games, like the Dolphins Colts. I take the Colts. I don't. I think the defense, the back end defense for the Dolphins is suspect at best. I don't think they're going to It's going to be real hard for me to really believe in Dolphins wins after this game because I mean it just gets. I don't really see them edging it out, and honestly, I mean, I okay. Two is good, but two is not. Two is not in that upper echelon of elite quarterbacks that can change a game in a way that makes me feel like maybe there's somewhat of an outlier in between that. And not to say anything bad about Tua, but it's he's good, but he's not. He's good for the Dolphins. He's not that upper echelon like a Lamar, like a Josh Allen, like a Patrick Mahomes. I feel like he is like the in that second tier or third tier, maybe in good quarterbacks. But again, it's really tough for me to sit here and say, hey, I feel like maybe if one goes one way, I feel like Tua can flip that switch and be great. I haven't seen that since he came into the league, so I really have a lot of questions of does he have that type of pedigree to do so, and and it's hard to tell especially when you have a lot of head issues, concussions, stuff like that. Like it's really hard for me to gauge that, and I mean, we'll see how this year ends, but I really feel like the Colts might pull this one off, and not to say that the Colts are, not to say that Colts are great either, but I just don't know about the Dolphins secondary. Just don't know. I really don't know. Steelers Jets. I would have to go with the Steelers on this one. The Jets. First year coach, Justin Fields. We'll see. We'll see on that one. I think all around, I think the Steelers defensively is really good, and I think offensively, we'll see how offensively the Steelers look. Adding Aaron Rodgers, and how poetic. I mean, leaving the Jets and going to the Steelers. Well. That's interesting within itself, but I got the Steelers on that one. Panthers Jags. Panthers Jags. Trevor Lawrence has been kind of, I mean, he's been meh. That's how I feel. Just been meh. Everybody was high on him when he first came out of Clemson. I mean, maybe I guess that 1 year of outlier, I guess, with them making the playoffs. But again, it's kind of like the Tua thing. Like, he's good. He's okay. But can he? Is there a elite level? He's going to have to show it. This year he's going to have to show it because honestly, I just don't know. Just don't know if that is in his arsenal. So I'll take the Jags. Just because I don't know if Young is ready. But also too, I don't know. The Panthers are it's kind of weird. It's a weird team. Like I can see the ceiling, but also too kind of see the indecisiveness of certain things. So I'm gonna take the Jags over this one. Cardinals Saints, I'll take the Cardinals. Giants Commanders, I take Commanders. the Giants is going to have to show something. And I know, and I know he's on the hot seat. I know the Giants head coach is on the hot seat. And rightfully so. Because again, you're going to have to show me something. So I'm going to take Commanders, Buccaneers, Falcons. That is an interesting game. I might take the Buccaneers. Slight favorite for me picking. Bengals, Browns. I like Joe Burrow. Raiders, Patriots. Okay, so a little bit about me. I used to have two California teams that I loved the most. And those were the 49ers and the Oakland Raiders. Now I know it's not called the Oakland Raiders anymore. It's Las Vegas Raiders. But I've always loved my black and gold, or my black and silver. I always did. I always loved the Raiders. But I'm torn. I'm torn with this one because we'll see. We'll see how the Patriots look with their new head coach. But I love my Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders. I'm gonna go Raiders on this one. They might lose, but I feel in my heart, that the Raiders might win. But if I'm wrong, I get it. 49ers, Seahawks. Jeez, another rivalry game. I want to see how healthy Christian McCaffrey is. I know we got Brock Purdy. Got a new contract. I'm gonna go 49ers. Even though in my head, calculation wise, I feel like the Seahawks might pull this one out. But I'm gonna go with the 49ers. Titans, Broncos. I'll go Broncos. Lions, Packers. That might be a tough one. I'll go Packers. Texans, Rams, Texas. Just because I think that defense is really good. So I'll go Texans, Ravens, Bills. I'm pulling for Lamar. I'll say Bills. And Vikings, Bears. I'll go Bears. I'll go Bears. Out on a limb, I'll go Bears. Even though I'm very tempted to go Vikings. But I don't know about their quarterback. I don't know how their quarterback situation is going to be, but I'm going to go Bears on that one for the Monday night game. So that is my NFL Week 1 picks of the week. And more times when I do this more and more, it'll get its fanfare. It'll get more in depth in certain things. And then, after week 1, we'll analyze a lot of the teams and what I feel was a plus or a minus. Like I said, we're a new show. So we're trying some things out. We're getting some kinks out of the way. I really like doing that one. So we're going to be working, giving a little bit more fanfare, a little bit more pizzazz, as people in the industry was saying, a little bit pizzazz, as I don't know, weirdly shake my hands like they're spirit fingers. But nonetheless. But I also too would love the interaction from you guys. So if you would like to send down your predictions, you can definitely leave it in the comment section or let me know. I would definitely greatly appreciate that. And let me know which NFL teams that you guys like. I definitely like that as well. Now, another thing that I definitely wanted to dive into. People that sends emails. People that send emails on a daily basis. I don't mind emails being sent to me. That's fine. I'm fine with that. But the more irritating thing about people sending emails is when they send emails back to back, back to back to back. It's annoying. That's where I'm annoyed. I'm more annoyed by that because, again, what are you sending me? Now I could see if it was multiple emails of the same thing, but you had to split it up within a couple of emails. I'm fine with that is fine. But when you keep sending emails back to back of just something that I've already know, that you've already sent several times week before, and it's just the same thing, I'm annoyed. Now, I love my company. I love where I work at. Way too much safety. Now I get that that we need to be safe at any time. Cool. But there's a point to where it's way too much safety. Like extremely way too much safety. And even the safety part of knowing that we're not a warehouse, we're an office space. But you're sending me things that isn't office space safety. You're sending me safety. Meaning that I have to watch out for forklifts or anything that has a pallet or broken pallets or anything. I'm not in a warehouse. I'm in an office. There's a difference. So when someone keeps sending me something that isn't where I'm generally at, or in this instance, I'm in an office space, but you're sending me not office space, but you're sending me warehouse safety stuff. And you're sending it more than 7 times in one day. I get annoyed. I get extremely annoyed because, dude, at this point, you're just dinging at my phone for no reason. I get it. You have to send it out. Cool. That's fine. But can we do this? Can we send this once or twice a week? Not each and every week, every day? It's certain things that I'm like, yo, man, this is the same thing. This is not even the same thing, but borderline's almost the same thing at times. And it's like, yo, man, we got to figure something out. we got to figure something out, man. Because I can't. Legit, I can't do it. I'm going to blow a gasket. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I don't mind the emails. I don't mind getting emails, even if there's something different. Cool. Okay. News bulletin, newsletter, or bullet points of, this or that. I'm fine. Okay, cool. I'll take a glance at it, look at it, read over it, and be about my merry way. Fine. But I don't need from 7 o'clock in the morning to 1 o'clock in the afternoon several emails about other things or safety and the same safety thing that you've already sent me the day before. And the day before that. Extremely annoying. Extremely annoying. I don't. Maybe it's just me, but sometimes I voice I voice some of whatever's on top of my head. I kind of voice it, but sometimes I like to air it out before going into an establishment that I'm already, what I'm saying, don't want to be amongst human beings to begin with anyway. But again, sometimes I want to air it out before I get to the establishment because I know me. I'm going to nitpick on every last thing that you do because I'm tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. So I think for me, I think it's more pure therapeutic just to come on the podcast and talk a little bit and kind of air it out before I go into work, because a lot of times it calms me down just a tad. I don't have to, bite someone's head off, but I do find that annoying that, I'm first off, I'm already getting off at 1 o'clock. Well, 11:30 at night, getting home and not really going to bed until like maybe 2 o'clock. Wake up having to get the kids ready for school and then, try to get some remnants of sleep before I go into work, which is not long. I mean, maybe a couple of hours here and there, because then sometimes just the phone just dinging off the ringer, and it's not fun. No, maybe that's also on top of, hey, I'm getting all these notifications. I can't really get a good night's sleep. Maybe it's that. Who knows? But man, this is a short week. I hope everyone's Labor Day weekend was good. Mine was okay. Still had to work a little bit. Still had to do some business, behind the scenes and stuff like that. But, like I said, this one's going to be a short live to begin with because, like I said, I got to get ready for work and get ready to deal with people. It's super exciting. But yeah, I really hope everyone's Labor Day was good. Short week. It really is, because now Wednesday? Man, it's going by real fast. So you know it. Can't wait for the weekend, though. Can't wait for the weekend. Can't wait. Bill Belichick, man, I'll tell you this. As I was watching that game, two things popped out. One, they did a nice. Their opening drive was good. Don't know what happened after that. I mean, it just went to shit. And as me and Dave were sitting there watching the game, there was no sense of direction whatsoever. Clearly, right off the TV screen, no sense of direction. A lot of disappointment, but no direction in what they were doing next. And it was abundantly clear. especially for their quarterback. What's his name? Lopez? I mean, after that one, I mean, it looked like they won the Super Bowl again. And then after that, it just right down there. Quarterback didn't know which way was up or down. Max Johnson seems like he could be the steady calmness between the two. But man, Lopez looks like he was lost out in sea and couldn't be found. Couldn't be found at all. Do I think they're going to win more than 5 games? Maybe. I would say more than likely I would be more inclined to say the other way more than more. Because I really don't think their schedule is favorable by any means of the stretch. And it looks like to me they're not a team. It looks more difficult for them to get more than 5 wins. I mean, yeah. Bill can sit there and say, we got to go back to the drawing board. We got to work hard. We got to blah, 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 blah. But at the end of the day, I mean, number one, there was no direction. Number two, you guys looked not together whatsoever. And number three, good night. Your quarterbacks ain't good. Like I said, Max Johnson looks okay, but again, not very promising. And the fact that your defense gave up that much points, I don't know if you have any answers. I don't know if you have any answers to answer any of those questions because granted, yes, it's TCU, but again, that's a lot of points being put up against the top tier of teams. Now, maybe I might be wrong. Maybe could be wrong, but like I said, I don't see no more than if 5 wins, maybe. But like I said, I'm putting more down than up. Because what I seen, that just looks like a lot of work. A lot of work. Maybe towards the end of the season, maybe they can find some type of cohesion between everybody else. Or just find a cohesion within the team. But man, this is going to be rough. Rough. Yeah, I mean, it was already rough during the off season. It was rough with the whole Bill Belichick and Jordan thing. That was rough. I just football wise, as I'm looking at the North Carolina. It's going to be tough for me. This is Psycho J from the Psycho Headache Podcast. Appreciate you guys joining me for this quick 30-minute podcast. Hope you guys enjoy. We will have a brand new episode this weekend, so I hope you guys tune in and join us for that one too. We're trying to help out some more podcasts as well too. So, but nonetheless, I hope you guys have a good rest of your week. We will see you guys Saturday night. Hope to get some more listeners and interact with us. Please do. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and follow the Psycho Headache Podcast. We appreciate it. Holla at you. You guys, if you're tired of being sleepy in class or gaming and losing because you can't keep your eyes open,
W Energy is like pressing that power button on your brain. It tastes awesome, gives you that crazy focus, and no crash like those other drinks that you drink. Perfect for gaming, sports, and not passing out doing your homework. So stop being boring and grab yourself some W. It's like energy in beast mode. Hit that promo code HEADCHECK and get yourself 10% off. Again, don't forget that promo code HEADCHECK and get yourself some W Energy today.